Hey everybody, and welcome back to Dark Souls 3. For this episode only, I shall be playing the game online. If you're wondering how I've been able to play an offline mode until now, don't worry, you don't have to disconnect your internet every time you launch the game. That would be very annoying. All you gotta do is go to Network Settings, and under Launch Settings, switch this to Play Offline. Then restart the game, and you should be all good. If you are going to play online, I recommend setting Summon Sign Visibility to Unrestricted and turning on Cross-Region Play. I mean, it allows you to connect with more people. I don't see why not. There is no cross-platform play. I should specify before we go in. I'm playing on PC, so I can only play with PC players. Anyway, if you change your mind, decide to go online, all you have to do is click Login. And there we go. We're online. We get this little notification pop-up that doesn't show up if you're off. Now, if you want to go back offline, you will have to restart the whole game, but that's not a very big deal. Anyway, welcome back to Dark Souls 3. Last time, we slayed our last Lord of Cinder, Aldrich, Devourer of Gods. We thought he'd be our first, but he ended up being our last. And we also killed the Dancer of the Boreal Valley inside this chapel all the way back at the first area of the game. This time, we have received the Basin of Vows from the High Priestess of Lothric, Emma, who was once sitting in here. And now it is time to place it. After all that setup, I can't help but have expected a little bit more to happen than just the ladder drops down. There was an entire cutscene in this game dedicated to this ladder dropping down. Is this our first multiplayer message? Night ahead! Alright, so here's our first online feature. This is one of the passive forms of multiplayer, where they just kind of add to the otherwise single-player game. Player-left messages. I'll get more into that in a bit, but first, I want to climb this ladder and tell you what we have up ahead. If we were to go back there and, use a homeward bone and reawaken at that bonfire, the game actually spoils that this area's name is Lothric Castle. Lothric Castle lies just ahead beyond that door. And Prince Lothric, whom Emma asked us to go after to complete the Lords of Cinder duty as was ordained, is inside Lothric Castle, waiting for us. I want to make this clear right away that Lothric Castle is the last thing we're going to be doing in this series, and before that, we've got a lot of optional stuff to do, and it all starts over there. What do you say? Right. I mean, I guess you're right. There is nothing over here, though. Not even an illusory wall. Wretch ahead. I do not know what y'all are talking about. Anyway, I'm gonna switch out, instead of Deep Battle Axe, I'm going to run the Irithyll Straight Sword. We can have our Straight Sword and Great Sword duel. Straight Sword, Great Sword. No Lord of Cinder ahead. Thanks, actually. That is good to know. We're not gonna be fighting another Lord of Cinder for a long time. I mean, we kind of killed all of them. What's this item we have here? Hi? Soul of a weary warrior, and we heard some screaming from a distance. That right there is a cathedral knight. I don't know what he's doing outside of the cathedral, but he is here. And he's got 3 bloodstains around him. Bloodstains are also an online feature. They mark where players have died. If you touch them, you see what they were doing right before they died. So yes, if you are playing online and you die, your death will be shown to all others. But don't worry, everyone dies in this game. Even if you die in an embarrassing way, like falling off a cliff, everyone dies like that. At least once in their journey. Alright. Sneak attack! God, you have a lot of health. This guy's got a big mace. I managed to take out all his health with the frost, but he is able to heal himself because of that magic ability that he can add to his weapon. God, the shield bash, I hate the attack so much. Because he does it so fast. Alright. Alright. Okay, avoided this time. Nope, you do not buff. You do not buff. I can't imagine he's that weak to deep since, or dark damage since he's from the cathedral. But maybe, I don't know. I mean, Pontiff Sullivan's from Irithyll, and yet he's susceptible to frost, so what do I know? He's not weak to it. In fact, he's resistant to it, but still. Okay, you sucked. You're usually much harder than that. Large Titanite shard. Got a message clipping between the bloodstains. Try May the Flames guide thee. So this elevator takes us down into our first of a long line of optional areas. I want to get off here, actually. The Consumed King's Garden. This area... We'll get to that guy in a bit. This area is pretty tiny. Very, very small. If you drop off in the elevator early, you get yourself an Estus shard. Very good to know. Assuming we beat the boss first try, which is very unlikely to happen, we'd be able to get through this in like 15 minutes. So this is why I wanted to show off the multiplayer features. Even after we finish this area, I will explain the rest of them. I won't go too deep into them. Titanite chunk. Wow, that's just sitting here. I won't go too deep into them since, that's not really the focus of this playthrough. Like, I'm not gonna be a Dark Souls PvP guide. I do not know the first thing about Dark Souls PvP. If you want to know about Dark Souls PvP, watch some other channel that's actually dedicated to that, because I'm more focused on PvE, which is why I'm showing off the online features to tell you how they interact with your game and inform your decision on if you want to play online or not. There's a Ring of Sacrifice over there, very good to know. That's where the elevator stopped. Thing is, there is toxic on the ground here. It's like toxic ice. There are no NPC invasions in this area. That's a player invading me. Okay, there they are. Hello, sir. You will face the wrath of the Irithyll Straightsword. Let's go, buddy. What do you want? What do you want, murder face? Don't murder my face. Ow, you're murdering my face. Hey, excuse me. Excuse me. Alright. As this is, you know, an online game, there is bound to be latency. Pretty sure I just had some right now. I got hit by, like, nothing. Cool. Alright. Healing right now. Ooh, I got a Blade of the Darkmoon to join me. I switched Covenant to Way of Blue, which causes Blades of the Darkmoon to join you. So now we have someone in joining. I have no idea how to fight this guy, my god. I'm aggressive! No! No! My god, you have so much health! And you like poison too! Yeah! Yes, let's go! I did not expect this! This is like very soon into this area. Alright, oh god. That night guy's gonna come after us. They ignore players, so this is fun. I might run past this guy. Whoop! Hello. Alright. I somehow hit him. Ow! I'm gonna be taken out by this guy first. Oh dear. Thank you, Blade of the Darkmoon. Yes! Alright, be careful. I'm gonna heal right now. I'm gonna try to take this guy out to help us here. This is really fun, actually. Ow, what the? Hey, buddy. How? Okay, those are the little explosive bombs these guys can deal. We summoned another Blade of the Darkmoon? What's going on here? Okay, I need to be careful. I am embered from the dancer fight, so this is why this is happening. Oh god. No! Oh god, no, 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 no. Alright. Players take much longer to kill than enemies do, as I'm sure you can guess. Wow, it's just a bunch of chaos. I love it. I genuinely love it. Hey, buddy. How's it going? Ow, that deals a lot. Okay, thanks. Just gonna heal right now. There's a Puss of Man attacking us too. A little big sock puppet. Sure, just everyone join in on the fun. Oh god. I'm trying my best here. I'm trying my best. Ah, fuck. I'm trying. Wow, I didn't know you could hit me so many times in a row. Alright. Frick. I did not do that strong attack correctly at all. I'm just going in straight for the hit. All right. Yeah, everybody, let's go. Oh, come on. I hope my Frost is doing well against him. I don't know. Oh, yeah, sure. Roll out there. Get toxified. See if we care. He's just hiding behind the enemies. Okay, here. You know what? You know what I'm gonna do? In case he doesn't see me. You know what I'm gonna do? Seed of a giant tree. Where is it? Where is it? I don't know where it is. Oh, God. I don't know where the seeds of the giant tree are, or else I'd use them. Oh, shit. I was hoping to be strong attacking. That did not work. How many Estus Flash do you have, my god, man? Alright. Alright, hang on. I really want to look for this thing. Where's the seed of a giant tree? It's like not appearing in my inventory. Oh no, I gave it to the weird crow. Ah, the plunge attack didn't work, and now we have these guys over here to deal with. I gave it to the weird crow on top Firelink Shrine. Oh god. I better not freaking die. I'd let these two Blades of the Dark Moon down so much. No! No, 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 no. Oh my god. Okay, I'm never embering again after this. Wow, my camera. No, Blade of the Dark Moon. Jiren. I'm gonna try to get a plunge attack if I can. At least on this guy. That did nothing. Wow, amazing. No. Okay, I'm dead. I'm dead. You got me. You got me. Murder face won in the end. I mean, he is murder face. I didn't expect much else. That was actually pretty fun, but I definitely don't want that happening on the regular. And it's good because it doesn't happen on the regular. After you are invaded, I think even if you're killed or if you win, there's like a 15-minute cooldown before you can be invaded again. I'm also no longer embered, meaning I won't be invaded until I get embered again, which hopefully shouldn't happen. So that was the first form of active multiplayer we've encountered in this playthrough. That was amazing. First thing to know about the active multiplayer, where you're directly interacting with other players. It can only happen in areas with an undefeated boss. I was going to get a sneak attack on you, you little piece of crap. If the boss in the area has been killed, you will not be able to be able to summon others or be able to be invaded, which might be for the best in case of being invaded. Here, just shield bash me. Do whatever you want. Just do something, man. Just do something. Just do something other than guard with a shield. I hate you so much. Okay. Oh, I thought he was buffing his weapon. I was gonna say, sure, do that. Do that too. Alright. Heal. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay. I cannot promise to play, to be able to show off all of the forms of active multiplayer, because I am definitely... I mean, I was gonna say, I don't know how active this player base is, but considering I am 15 minutes into recording, and I got not only an invader, but I got 2 Blades of the Dark Moon to help me, I'd say it's this game is pretty damn active. It's strange, because, like, this game is older than Breath of the Wild, which is a weird thought. But it is. It's older than that game. But it still is a really active player base, which is cool to see. Again, I don't know the first thing about PvP. Obviously, you can tell I struggled against that. I could have done so many things better. But you know what? I don't care, because that's not what I play Dark Souls for. Don't see me. You saw nothing, okay? I do have Blooming Purple Moss Clumps equipped, and I think I had those equipped on accident, but it's good, because this area is toxic, so... Oh, I should switch back to Pyromancies. Fire, these things here, these big sock puppet things, they're called Pus of Men, and they are very weak to fire. I want to try the Fire Orb on them, because I haven't tried that before. But first, we have Cathedral Knight up here with Mace. You saw him in our exciting battle against Murderface. Oh god. Here! Alright. I feel like, for the most part, online encounters like that are pretty casual-oriented. Like, no one really cares that much. No one's that toxic. Voice chat is an option. I think all players have to have it on in order to have it happen. No, the fuck you don't. But yeah, I don't think anyone's that toxic ever. Like, the most they'll do is spam guard like this over your death when you die to an invader, for example. I wish I could get an easy backstab on you. I don't think I can, though. No, I definitely can't. And he's just healing, you little piece of freaking crap. Heal now. The Pus of Man is encircling the lower area, but we do not have to worry about him that much. Charge attack! That did, like, nothing! What the... Maybe the axe is better. Okay. Ow. Fuck off. Alright, you're gonna place another mine on the ground? Did you place a mine on the ground? I don't think you did. Ah, fuck. Freaking... Get out of here. Alright, that's that guy dead. I can feel free to never kill him again now. I think all the enemies here, including the Pus of Men, despite how strong they are, drop large Titanite shards. Oh, that's another one over there. I think that one has yet to wake up. Okay. We have you slugs over here. I'll be able to take care of you with magic. You've got a lot of health. Everything here is a fuck ton of health. My god. Okay, let's kill you. Let's kill you. I am getting toxic on purpose, because I don't really care. I can take care of it right away. Let's kill you. Black Firebomb. Ooh. These slugs are from Firelink Keep. In fact, this area... Oh, Shadow Set. The Shadow Set actually looks really cool. This area reminds me a lot of Firelink Keep. I mean, thankfully it's much smaller than Firelink Keep. Because, geez, if I had to spend any longer here, I don't know if I'd like that very much. Human pine resin sitting right there. Yeah, goodbye. And then... Oh, fuck. I didn't realize you were angered. Oh, fuck. Okay, use this, use this. Circle back to Estus Flask heal. Did you lose me? Did you seriously lose me? Must have been the wind, huh? Alright. I mean, I'll take it, because if I can get inside here... There is a second elevator. Let's take it up. Put our torch in hand. It's a bit dark here. Door ahead, and then shortcut. Thank you very much, sir. Let me actually show what writing one of those messages is like. So this button is now available on this menu. It is always available if you play online. Message. This allows you to write a message. Now, this isn't social media. You can't write whatever you want, which definitely is for the best. You're limited to certain templates, like blank ahead, no blank ahead, blank required ahead, be wary of blank, try blank, could this be a blank, blah, 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 etc., etc. Ah, blank. And then in terms of words, you have all kinds of, like, words and phrases. Ah, eliminating one at a time. There are a lot of things you can say with this, especially if you notice that at the bottom you can press Y to change note format, which allows you to either add a gesture to it, showing your character over the note when people read it, or even add a second line, or add a second line and a gesture. I don't know why this tab here isn't here all the time. Why isn't it? Maybe these notes take up more, like, space in the server, and so they make you specify a format. Ah, don't you dare! I could chase people away from this. Ah, this place again? Be wary of enemy or mob enemy. I'm going to write a message here. Be wary of trio. And then cleric. And I'll add a gesture that just points ahead. That should be good. Message will be written with current content. Yes, that's exactly what I would hope. So I'm assuming this message, yes, beware of trio and then cleric. It shows me as bald. I'm not sure why, but that's okay. So, actually, I'll just explain that as we go. I'm saying that because there is, in fact, a trio here, and then a cleric here, of a hat guy, as well as some hollows behind them that cast spells, namely miracles, to, I think, buff not only themselves, but also the hat guys. Not sure exactly what it does, might make them deal more damage. Might die here, honestly. Okay. Ow. They always get left with 1 health. Every video, every enemy just gets left with 1 health all the time. Titanite scale down there, that's good. I like that. Can one of you just get the hell down already? Okay. There's a melee one, and then there's also... Excuse! Die. Alright, I'm hidden from the sniper. I got an Estus flask for that. How? He shot me point blank range. Alright, kill. Okay. Our remaining 2 enemies are these hollow clerics that will buff up those hat guys if you let them. I don't think they attack very often. They're not very aggressive. They just kind of stand there. If you are able to kill them first, then they won't initiate the buffs. That one healed. My god. I swung in completely the wrong direction. I'm a little rusty. It's been a while since the last video. What item we got here? Titanite chunk. This opens the door back... Oh. Unique animation for this door. Wow, that's like the only door in this game that works like this. Ah, fatty. Woohoo! They weren't that fat. So you can rate messages up or down, select for liking, or poor for disliking. I don't know what if rating a message poor decreases the number of appraisals, but what I do know, rating a message up, like this, I guess I'll do it, why not, has a chance of giving that player a heal in their own game, so you can kind of help them out in that way. You'll also be notified. That player will also be notified if their message was rated up. So we'll see if any of my messages I place down throughout this video get rated up. Look at all the bloodstains in here. Yeah, this is the Dancer of the Boreal Valley boss arena, so that it's not hard to see why. So now we have our route into this area. I come over here with these 2 hollow clerics. I kill them. Oh god, dropping down there. No. Alright, I guess we're doing this then. Kill you, and then kill you, and they didn't manage to get the buffs off, so now, I think they might have, like, less health or something. I don't know exactly what the buffs do, but I'll kill them. There's still the other 2 to worry about, though, so we need to be careful. Kill the hell out of you. Oh, God. Let me attack you with the greatsword. Okay, it wasn't a health buff, so must be something else. Must be the damage buff, then. Okay, this person died on their way down in the elevator. So this elevator will, of course, get us in there a little bit quicker, but on the way out of the elevator, there is this, a drop-off point. Time for treasure. Is there treasure up here? I actually can't remember. Time for hint and then visions of message, whatever the hell you mean by that. Dragon scale ring. There is a treasure here. Wait, this is completely the wrong ring. Hang on. I read this ring's entire description, thinking that that's why I picked up. No, here it is. Ring of Oceiros, former king of Lothric. Reduces damage from backstabs. I mean, if I'm playing online, maybe that's good, but otherwise, I don't really know. In his later years, Oceiros became fascinated with dragons. After going mad, he was more commonly known as the Consumed King. Many assassins were dispatched to his domain, but none returned. The Consumed King ascribed his resilience to the divine protection of the Dragon Scale. So we are in the Consumed King's garden. By taking this shortcut, we have easy access to this hollow cleric up here. This hollow cleric will buff those knights down below. Pretty sure that's what they did when I was being attacked by the invader. Ranged battle ahead. That's not a bad idea. If only I ended up using ranged weapons more. Because ranged battle can allow me to lure one of them out. My souls are in a bad location, so before I go pick those up, I'd just like to show off the rest of this area. There's this platform and nothing else. Okay, actually, there's this set of stairs up here, which takes us absolutely nowhere! Yay! Occasionally, you might see the white phantoms. Those are other players in their own games. The game will occasionally show that to you. Like, look, someone else is around here. It's not a live showcase. It can be delayed by like 15 seconds or even a full minute at times. But it is usually very, very recent. Okay, I think this guy sitting down in the corner over here is also a Pussive Man. Maybe you're able to kill him before he gets you, but I don't know. I'm gonna go down here and grab this item either way. It's a dark gem. I think we've already seen that. Why do you have to be standing literally right where I want to go? Oh, it's okay. You don't know shit. These guys are so inattentive, but When you have that many heads, I guess it's hard to see straight. Are you coming up here? Okay, good. Okay, before I move on, I would actually I think I'll grab my souls and then quickly homeward bone away, because I'd actually like to fight one of the Pus of Men. I don't like using that name because pus is just such a gross word, but that's what they're called. All right, so you gonna let me do this? Thanks, bud. All right, bye. Actually, that might be enough to level up. Oh, it's barely not. Yeah, my level ups have increased by a lot since then. I'll just homeward bone away. We're switching on the big fire orb. Oh, I can actually... Wait, hang on. I can actually use Great Chaos Fire Orb. It does a lot... It costs a lot more FP, which makes me think it does a lot more damage than this. Oh, but it also uses more attunement slots. That's a mechanic that I should mention. Some spells can take up more than one attunement slot. The Fire Orb only takes up one, but this will take up both of mine, so I'd have to unequip Seek Guidance. I'll just go with Fire Orb for now. I mean, I don't use Seek Guidance very often, but still. It's worth noting that if you're having trouble telling the difference between developer messages and player messages, not only do developer messages not have the rating number at the bottom, but they also have a bell icon instead of that. Sure, whatever you say. Excuse me, sir, please get off of that. I've changed into a more recognizable armor set for today, because I don't know when I was going to ever wear this, so here is the Knight set. This is basically the default armor set in the game, because Knight is the default class. The first class at the top of the list, anyway. I did, however, have to put on Havel's Ring to be able to wear it, which is kind of funny. I think it, plus all the stuff I have equipped, is a little too much weight, but all I did was swap out Flamestone Plate Ring for Havel's Ring, and now I'm rolling like normal. I guess I might as well show what heavy rolling looks like. Yeah, not ideal. Not ideal for this game. It's worth noting that in Dark Souls 1, the rolls are slower. Alright, let's try Fire Orb on these guys. Okay, it's not that great, but it's better than nothing. So, one thing to know, hitting these guys with fire basically puts them in this big stagger animation where they open themselves up for a few hits. It doesn't keep them in there forever. They will break out of it like this guy has, but once he's put in, I can go up for a little hit or two. Perfect, okay. So you can't stun lock them to death like this, but... Oh god. It'll stun them more, and that's very good to know, especially when they're this crazy. So let me just... whap you with it. Whap you with another one. I love the Fire Orb. I'm gonna drink this before I run out. Okay. Perfect. We have killed it. When you kill these guys, they drop large Titanite shards. Not that exciting. There is one NPC summon in this area, and it is actually right here. You can summon Hawkwood the Deserter. It might sound like an unfamiliar face, but that is actually the name of the crestfallen guy in Firelink Shrine. He has a name, and it's Hawkwood. Not a bad name if I do say so myself. Hawkwood's nice. Okay, I would like to lure you over for a bit of a spanking. Might try the battle axe on you. Let me do that actually instead of a greatsword. I kind of want to rock both greatsword and Earthil Straightsword at some point, but I think the battle axe does a better job against these guys. So now that I've alerted him, he'll be taken over here. It's worth noting, Dark Souls 3 does not have any equivalent of the Pebble item from Bloodborne, whose sole purpose is to attract enemies and do, like, 2 damage in the process. I did not mean to do that. Oh, what? You got up instantly. Oh, no. Okay. The Greatsword guys deal a lot of damage, and their attacks are quite insane. I have the Estus Ring equipped to help me against them. Oh, my God. Fuck you. I hate you so much. Honestly, I should have gone and leveled up from this, because Jesus. After this fight, I will. Whether I die or not. Well, thank you for missing me. And there is not one, but 2 of those guys guarding the way forward. Hooray. I am briefly going to go back to Firelink Shrine and level up. I'm currently going on a vigor spree, so let's continue that. This one hit kills them. Okay, I guess no greatsword using for me. I'm leaving another message, pull back and then try contraption, to hint players to go try the elevator so that they can kill the cleric first. Alright, let me see if it points in the right direction. I believe it is based on your character's current orientation, probably not the camera's. Yes, that is what I wanted. It's worth noting on this message screen, you can see your history of messages. You can also only have up to 10 written messages down at a time. If you go over 10, your oldest message will be deleted, and no one can see it anymore. You also get a read history. And I guess you can choose to rate them if you want. That's pretty interesting. And yeah, the icons next to the messages also start glowing like more vibrant colors as they level up. It's really hard to tell when he's gonna swing again. Not that hard, actually. Just watch them carefully. Oh my god. Okay. He also emits a grunt as he's about to go do it. Doesn't seem like... Wow, that's delayed. Okay. Doesn't seem like these guys can buff their weapons like the mace guys can. How's it going? Okay. Spam to be there in order to make that out. Okay. That's you dead. Y'all are not as bad as I once thought. Oh my god. I'm so happy about the addition in Elden Ring where if the enemy drops an item, you have a special particle effect that shows it before the item appears so that you always know. That's such a nice quality of life feature that I really appreciate. Especially after coming back to this game. I'll fight you with the axe. Okay, maybe I won't fight you with the axe because I'll die too quick to actually do it. The axe swings so slow. That's the main downside to using it. It does a lot more damage, but it really swings slowly. That's why I love the Earthil Straight Sword, because its damage output is decent with a good speed as well. I'm gonna die. Alright. Okay. Cool. Alright. Cool. Cool. Okay, we get it. Okay, cool. Alright. Whoa, you just went right into another attack there. Alright. Oh my god, that attack you do is so weird. There we go. Got another Frost Proc. Oh, this guy drops the magic stone plate ring. Good thing I killed him. I may not have done that otherwise. Blue stone plates are granted to the Royal Palace Guards. Maybe they're the Royal Palace Guards. Increases magic absorption. No biggie. Nothing too complicated there. This guy is clearly dying to them. I know how it is. I had a lot of trouble with these guys on my first playthrough, so I'm definitely glad I'm wearing this armor, because I think, yeah, its physical absorption is very good, so. And after that, the boss. Already. Are you okay in there?
You ignorant slaves. Finally taken notice, have you? Of the power of my beloved Ocelot, child of dragons. Well, I will not give him up, for he is all that I have.
I'll take that as a no. Oceiros, the Consumed King. Your area is really tiny. How are you the King of Lothric? This boss is strange. It's very fast. It attacks like a big Bloodborne boss with very fast swipes, and especially as we get to the second phase. Okay, it also attacks with a little magic like that by plunging his staff into the ground. This first phase is pretty good. You just avoid the swipes of his staff.
Where have you gone? Are you hiding from me? Come out. Come out. Don't be afraid. You were born a child of dragons. What could you possibly fear? Now. Show yourself, Ocelot. My dear little Ocelot.
He's got one hand held underneath his little neck there, or whatever you call it. And supposedly Ocelot's supposed to be held in that hand, but there's nothing there. I mean, we can hear it, but there's nothing there. I guess either he or the baby is hiding itself? This guy's got a lot of health, but it also could be I'm not dealing very much damage. This Earthil Straight Sword isn't that strong. I should probably upgrade it. I probably will. Oh god. That's bad. No. Did you just smash your baby into the ground? Second phase, he now becomes a lot more Bloodborne beast-like. I hate to say it, but I think this boss kinda sucks. I mean, his attacks are pretty fun, but there's one attack in particular he can do that is really, really poorly designed, and should not, yeah, that charge attack. Occasionally, when resting on the ground, he will just randomly decide that he's charging and that you should take a boatload of damage. There is no way to avoid it from what I can tell, and he will just decide to do it at random times. He also chooses to jump away from you constantly, meaning that there's no easy way to hit him. I'm going to try to stay away from his front side for as much as I can. Okay, that was fair, I like that. Okay. Good. Sometimes he like leaps ahead of you and then goes straight into a charge before you could possibly react. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Alright, you gonna charge, buddy? Don't charge, please. God, he wastes so much time. He's so hard to hit, too. What? Okay. That attack's easy enough to avoid. You just dodge one. Yeah, what the hell is up with that? Seriously? Okay. I keep dodging in the wrong directions because my camera keeps flipping around and I end up dodging the wrong way. Alright. We're doing not too bad for a first attempt. But he decided to charge and take out all my health as he does so. I definitely do recommend bringing physical defense to this fight. It will help a load. It will help you a ton with that charge, especially. I will still heal from that, though. I could probably survive that, but still. Jesus, God, settle down. Come on. Alright. Okay. Simple attack. Get one more. Nope. Damn it. Okay, that's fair. That was a delayed attack. I should have seen that coming. Don't charge right now. I swear to fuck. Alright, no flasks. Can I do it? Oh my god. No, how did that not hit him? Seriously? Thank you for doing that. Frost is great against him. He is especially weak to it, and it is definitely making up for my low damage output otherwise. Cut, come back! Get back here! Oh my god, you're so annoying. Freaking... Yeah, you're so scary. Oh my god, you're so scary. Oh no. Don't fucking charge again. Don't you dare, don't you do it. I did not expect that. That was awesome. I'm embered again, but thankfully, I've beaten the boss in the area, so I can't be invaded here anymore. I don't think. Well, that was awesome. Geez, the night set was a good call. I haven't mentioned it up till this point, but your weapons equipped in your hands also contribute to equip load. I mean, you probably remember this, but the more weapons you equip here, the more things in general you equip here, the higher your equip load gets. I'm not a fan of this personally, because you're supposed to be able to, like, equip 3 weapons, and then, oh, look, I can switch between all of them really quick like this. But then if you do that, you're sacrificing equip load for it. And so if you want to keep your load low, and I want to keep my load low because I dodge instead of blocking, then you're discouraged from doing it. So, like, hey, look at this convenient feature. You can switch between your weapons. Oh, wait, but if you equip multiple weapons, you can't dodge well. Like, it just feels very counterintuitive to me. I don't really know what the point of that was. Anyway, yeah, already done with Consumed King's Garden, or are we? No, we're not quite yet. Let me rest here. I gotta refill my flasks. And then there is a door up ahead. Praise the victory! I agree, praise the victory. Let's read some of the messages around here. This is an online focus video. Ah, fine work. I did it! Time for happiness. Best not to read messages while you're in the middle of a fight. Gesture ahead. Oh, hold on. Spoiler! Messages in general are supposed to be able to hint you towards locations of items, locations of enemies, certain different paths you can take. That's what I've been trying to do with my messages that I left. I've been trying to inform people of other ways that they can do stuff. Before I continue with this, let me point out this guy. He looks a little strange, vaguely reptilian. And, that guy looks a little strange and vaguely reptilian. I think he'll stagger more easily with this. This is a snake guy. I don't know their official name, but that's just what I'm guessing. I don't think they're called man serpents. I think that's Elden Ring. But yeah, it's just a guy with a snake head that extends his neck to attack stuff. He has way more attacks than what he showed, but... So definitely keep an eye out for this. This is far from the last time we're going to be encountering this guy. But for now, this guy's the only one alive down here. I guess all these graves are for them. And they're written in some other language. I don't know what language that is. It could just be the usual written language of this universe. That's usually just what the explanation is. Chest ahead. I'm going to stop reading those messages. They kind of spoil some stuff that I'd show off myself. This guy has Path of the Dragon gesture. It's another one of you just sitting down and resting, so let me join him. Perfect. There's a chest in here. I see that chain. You aren't fooling anyone anymore, buddy. You're fooling me, that's for sure. It's a normal chest. Titanite scale. It's cause the part that curls around is hidden underneath the gravestone. It clips inside. Oh my god, that was amazing. I'm so cool. Oh my god. You aren't fooling anyone anymore. Another Titanite scale. Very cool. There's a bloodstain here. How did someone die here? That's interesting. Well, that's all that's in this room. Is there a chest over here? Oh, we got hidden path ahead. No, there's not. Sometimes people do that. Sometimes people lead you astray to troll you for fun. General rule of thumb is if you see a message on the edge of a cliff that says try jumping and there's like 4 bloodstains around it, then it's a lie. Okay, that's genuinely it in Consumed King's Garden. Yeah, I think you can see why I wanted to play this episode online, because this area is so small and very uninteresting. The boss itself is okay, I guess. I mean, I beat it first try, so I can't complain that much. I'm gonna go spend all these souls to level up. I'll turn in my Estus shard at the end of the video, because for the rest of the video, I have miscellaneous things to get to. I'll take some caffeine for the road, which will increase my vigor, endurance, and dexterity by 1 point. Oceiros went mad trying to harness his royal blood for a greater purpose, leading him to the heretics of the Grand Archives, where he discovered the twisted worship of Seath the Pale Drake. If you remember, Seath the Scaleless, I don't think I've ever mentioned him directly, but Seath the Scaleless is actually a dragon that helped start the Age of Fire. He betrayed his own kind in the war against the dragons of the Age of Ancients. I decided to do soul transposition now because why not? Let's see what he unlocks. I don't think I can get either. I can't get either of what he has right now. Moonlight Greatsword. Legendary dragon weapon associated with Seath the Pale Drake. Charge strong attack to its limit to unleash Moonlight Wave. Oceiros, the Consumed King, was infatuated with the search for the moonlight, but in the end it never revealed itself to him. Dude, just ask Ludwig. He'll tell you. The Moonlight Greatsword is a weapon that is basically featured in some form or fashion in every single Dark Souls game since Demon's Souls. It's a running theme among From Software. They like their Moonlight Greatswords. So, Oceiros allows you to get one. I think I might get it just because of that. As for the other one, White Dragon Breath, sorcery of the deluded Consumed King Oceiros. Could also be Oceiros, I don't know. Emits Crystal Breath of Seath the Scaleless. Crystal Breath has piercing qualities. Seath's research seemed to strike a chord with old Big Hat, who in his mad disrobed state made divine works such as this his own. Oceiros was no doubt edified by this. I don't want to hear about Big Hat Logan's disrobed state. Get away. Moonlight Greatsword is now mine. It requires 26 intelligence to use. No thanks.
The firekeeper,
Yes, she's a prisoner. I understand that. While I'm at it, let's just turn in the Estus shard. This is a bit of an unorthodox video. I will, however, place that in my Ashen Flask because having 10 Estus is actually pretty much perfect. 10 Estus is the amount, like one of the higher amounts of Estus you can have in Dark Souls 1, with the way that Estus system works. Do you have anything new?
You know, I was thinking about leaving for another round of thieving. There must be something of use in Lothric Castle. I'm aware of the danger. That castle is a death trap. Not a single man has returned from the castle unscathed, even back in the day. But I don't want to sit around and die a petty rat. And I consider myself your friend.
Hold on for a bit. I don't want to send him quite yet.
Right, fine. You're very thoughtful, you are. But if you change your mind, do speak up. I meant every word of what I said.
Don't worry, I did change my mind. I will change my mind eventually. I might not want to miss out on 3 Twinkling Titanite Titanite scales for a little while. I think those are pretty good. Or have perhaps 2 Divine Blessings, or whatever else you have.
Goodbye.
I love how disappointed he sounded there. I never actually refused him before. A minor thing I forgot to show off. After talking to Patches once, he's squatting. I'm not sure what he's doing, but now you can do it too.
Oh, hello again. Can't resist it, can you? My sumptuous selection.
Sorry for skipping his dialogue.
Ah, I see you've met Ray-Rat. The slinking rodent. But he did me a good turn back in Lothric Dungeon. Doubtless I should do something about that little dead. Well, maybe not. Well, I can hardly believe he's still standing.
He freed you from Lothric Dungeon? Grey-Rat, what the hell? This guy's a piece of shit! What are you doing to me? Alright, anyway. Maybe I should send him to pillage. This guy's selling the horse hoof ring, boosts kick effect. I'll buy it just to add it to the collection. Unbreakable Patches adored this ring, and the feeling that it gave it him when he kicked his marks into the depths of treacherous traps, but suffered no shortage of ridicule from his associates for relying heavily on the tired old trick. But who is the sorrier, the horse who knows only to kick, or the fool who approaches the old beast without thought? I'll buy that just to add to the collection. Aha! I got a seed of a giant tree, so every time you're invaded, you have a little bit chance of getting one there, and I got one there.
You.
Yeah, you're Pickle Pea Pumperum. I have some more items I wish to trade you. I now have a Seek Brew again, so take one of these.
Pumperum.
Such a weird character. Armor of the Sun. How about a Divine Blessing? I don't really plan on using these that much. I have a Divine Blessing stored anyway. So I'm gonna get one next time I rest it on fire. Very good carving. Very good. That's what I'm guessing it sounds like. How about Hidden Blessing? thank you carving. I bought some lightning urns off of Grey Rat. I told you I'd want him around for a little while longer. He doesn't leave immediately when you send it to pillage, but still, I got pretty far away from him, so I probably would have left regardless. Iron Helm. I believe that completes the full set of Solaire from Dark Souls 1. It sure does. Solaire is kind of the person who introduces co-op to you in Dark Souls 1, so this is a very fitting armor set to have. How's my equip load? Not bad, actually. Have I given you a Shriving Stone yet?
Not that.
I'm guessing I have.
Enough.
So you can only do each trade once per playthrough. So I have already given her a Shriving Stone. That's every item I wanted to give her. That is not every item you can give her. You can give her a whole ton of other crap, but there's a list on the Fextra Life Wiki if you'd like to check that out for yourself. I'm going to do a brief scan around Cemetery Vash and see if any new items pop up here, because sometimes items pop up here as you progress certain aspects of the game. There was nothing out there, so let's get on with the rest of this video. And I'm sorry I don't like this armor set, let me change back. There are a couple of things in the Undead settlement that I have missed, and I would like to show off to you right now. What's more is that you can probably see it already. Okay. It's easy to get complacent with weaker enemies as you revisit them much later in the game, but it's a good idea to not do that. Enemies can kill you, no matter how far in the game you are. They are capable of killing you, so treat them as such. Oh god. They might be less likely to as you progress, but still, they can do it. So as you can clearly see, the sky in the Undead settlement is also affected by killing all three Lords of Cinder, just like up in High Wall of Lothric. I do not believe the sky in Irithyll is any different, though. But anyway, I missed this here path with this here sad person at the end guarding this here fire clutch ring. I was supposed to have this a long time ago. An old fable in Londor claims that the lure of the clutch ring reaches out to the crestfallen. That's the same as the others. Takes me a while to realize that sometimes. I'd like to update you all on my thoughts on the Flynn's ring, because it actually works differently than I thought. I thought that it lowered that increased attack based on your equip load ratio, the percentage you see in the upper corner here, but it doesn't. It actually increases based on raw weight. When I said you have to be under 30% for it to do anything, what I really meant was you have to be under 30 equip load, which isn't bad. I'm wearing a full set of metal armor right now that is definitely not the lightest thing in the world. So if I were to take it off or replace it with something else... Sorry, buddy, I'm just gonna put you out of your misery. You made a freaking loud sound. So if you were wearing a lighter armor set, you'd probably be able to see returns out of it. I believe it boosts attack up to 15% of what it is normally, so it could be helpful, actually. It's a lot better than I thought it was. Someone placed a message in that tree. I'm pretty sure this box that's inside all the other boxes was supposed to be placed on top, but it was off by such a little bit that the game snapped it down to the floor. That's what I'm guessing happened there. So, over here, we found that caged bodies inside the cage that had a lot more health and also dropped more souls for killing them. It's no longer here, of course. It's a permanent kill. As it turns out, it's unique in that way because it's actually friendly. And I didn't realize that. I just went right to attack it. If you talk to it, it says this.
Another Nana disappeared. The grunting carries a cage. He ever has his cage. And Nana's never coming back. So come into the cage and become Nana's shade.
It's pretty much the typical Dark Souls nonsense that probably means something to someone who worked on the game, but means nothing to the actual player base. What I'm pretty sure it is, though, is a hint to enter the cage on the guy's back, which I thankfully did show. This place looks so much cooler with this lighting, by the way. Like, I don't think its true aesthetics really come out until this stage of the game. It's a shame that there's not much of a reason to come back, because it's an early game area. It's the second one. And also, that sun looks remarkably like the dark side. I think what the sky's supposed to indicate is that the first flame is fading, therefore the dark sign is activating, and they put it up in the sky because as a representation of how shitty the undead curse is. Finally, remember this budding green blossom that has a different sprite, actually? Okay, this is a normal one. This is the special one. Goodbye, dear grandmother. I will visit grandfather in the Pit of Hollows. If you don't remember where the Pit of Hollows is, I'll be happy to remind you. It is down here. Oh, those messages just floating in the air. Nice hit. It is the place you drop into in the middle of the Curse-Rotted Greatwood fight. Outside of it is a sign requesting cooperation. This is not online. This is offline. Answer Sirius's call for cooperation. Yes. Why does she always need help?
I finally found you. Just as I promised, Grandad. Remember?
This is Holy Knight Hodrick. If you don't remember him, he was way back in episode 2. He invaded us in the Undead Settlement. And could also invade you again in Road of Sacrifices, although as a mad phantom that you'd have to summon for yourself. And now we are killing him for good, I think? I think we are. I mean, in order to access this fight, you have to have all 3 Lords of Cinder killed. Or I think at least Aldrich killed. I don't know if all 3 Lords of Cinder have to be dead. But either way, you have to make progress through both of his invasion spots, past both of his invasion spots to encounter him. So I think we are killing him for good. He is also the guy we met initially in the Pit of Hollows, also in episode 2. We came here and we talked to the guy. Excuse the... I didn't know you could just throw up your shield and parry immediately like that. That's fun. Thanks, bud. Anyway, he was the guy who gave us the Mountmaker's Covenant and also told us to leave. So yeah, that was him. He gave us the Covenant and then invaded us right after. Piece of crap. Let's kill him. I don't know if being summoned like this is accurate to being summoned online, but if it is, then you have an idea of how it's like to be summoned online. You will lose your Ember form, and your Estus flasks will be halved. What's more is you actually don't need to be in Ember form to be summoned at all. I'll get more into this a little bit later. I think I just interrupted her dialogue. I'm very sorry. Ow. That's a lot of damage. I'll try the axe. Where's the axe? Where's the axe? With that. Okay, the axe does very little. Yeah! Don't parry me, thanks. Ow. Fuck. If he parries me, he's gonna be able to insta-kill me, but I don't have as much Estus, so I'm gonna wait. Cirrus, go heal. Cirrus, go heal. Cirrus, go heal. I'm gonna distract him. Cirrus, go heal. Thanks. She used her miracle. I distracted him for her. There we go. Oh god. Once again, there's no consequence whatsoever for losing to these fights. I believe there might not be a consequence for being summoned as a phantom either if you die. You just die and don't get to help them finish it. Also, I believe if the host dies while you're summoned as a phantom, you get kicked out, which would make sense. In this case, Cirrus is the host. If she dies, then I'm sent away. And the same goes for the Kraton the Wanderer battle back in Irithyll. Nope. That stunned me for such a long time. Cirrus, heal. Cirrus, no. Cirrus, heal. Oh god. Cirrus, heal. Cirrus, heal. Cirrus. Cirrus, heal. Cirrus, no. What are you doing? Cirrus. What? Oh, you know what? She might be out of FP. She may have been, like, hit too many times. She might be out of FP. Oh, God. One more hit. Come on. Yes, we killed him.
Good night, Grandad.
Hodrick was her grandfather. And her grandmother could very well be the Shrine Handmaid, because the green blossom was a gift. I mean, I very much doubt that the green blossom was for us. Help me. This could be a player fighting curse-rotted Greatwood right now. In that case, she gave that gift to the Shrine Handmaid, and then the Shrine Handmaid sold it to us for 10 souls. What a terrible grandmother. Serious, you need to cut ties with her. She's no good. Gonna switch out help me for thank you in case I would decide to use that. Oceiros is now in Firelink Shrine once again.
Oh, there you are. I'm afraid I've involved you in my affairs over a little promise at that. My sincerest thanks for your assistance. At last, my grandfather will rest in peace, and I can die. But there is one last. May I take a vow to serve you as a knight?
The voice acting team and the subtitles team disagreed a little bit there. Yeah? I guess I have a covenant now. Sure.
Oh, I am most grateful. I, Oceiros, do hereby serve as your faithful knight. Wherever, whenever I am needed. My loyalty shall never waver. Blessing of the moon upon your journey.
Again, another disagreement there. She says that, but like, she isn't available for the majority of boss encounters from this point on. I mean, there are a few she is, but most of them no. Like to buy some more homeward bones, because I used a lot of them. How about 10? I'll take some Titanite shards as well. And some large Titanite shard. Oh, I can only buy... Okay. I can only afford one, that makes sense. I'm also going to put some upgrades into our starting club. No reason, just something I thought I would try. Do I really want to blow the rest of my large Titanite shards out getting it to +6? Probably not. I'll go do this since this is... Oh, jeez. Hi. Around bonfires, some of the multiplayer phantoms are a little bit clearer to see, which I think those are a little bit more recent than the normal phantoms are. This is how you, like, someone else is at this bonfire, basically. I'm not used to them, is the thing. They can kind of distract from combat and makes you think that they are an enemy when they're really not. Going for a new armor set. I hope I haven't worn the leather armor before, because if I have, this would be a bit repetitive, but at least I put on Carla's hat. Now that we have beaten the Lords of Cinder out here outside of the Rosaria bedchamber, one of these guys, might be you. Oh, okay. I just had to kill this one. I was running around and killing all those guys out there. Jesus, can I say a single word in one sentence? Now that we have beaten all 3 Lords of Cinder, that slug drops Hazel Pick and Xanthus Crown. I was actually pretty close with the pronunciation of Hazel. I mean, I might just... The only thing that's a little off is that it might be more pronounced Hazel. Choice weapon of Yellowfinger Hazel, a Finger of Rosaria, and Xanthus Scholar. This is both a weapon and sorcery staff. Interesting. The Xanthus Crown is their ridiculous headwear, supposedly made in imitation of a divine creature of Ulasil, land of ancient golden sorceries. Xanthus clothing is the mark of a researcher of lost sorceries, and the oversized crown is emblematic of their work. Such a curious pursuit is surely nothing to be ashamed of. I don't know if I mentioned this yet. I could have, but I'll mention it again. All of the characters that are a part of Rosaria's fingers are references to previous games in the Dark Souls series. Specifically, I guess the Soul series, because this one is referencing, Yellowfinger Hazel is referencing the old monk from Demon Souls. Longfinger Kirk, who we encountered in Cathedral of Deep, is a character in Dark Souls 1. Creighton the Wanderer, whom we fought with Oceiros out in Irithyll, is a character from Dark Souls 2. And Leonard, who is also part of the Covenant, has an armor set on that looks very similar to the Hunter's Garb in Bloodborne. So I guess if you were to join Rosaria's Fingers, you would be the character representing Dark Souls 3. It's not going to encourage me to join though, that's for sure. That's actually not that hard to do. I don't know why I struggled so much with doing that in my first playthrough. Oh, that was fun. Ow, that wasn't as fun. Get out of here. Get out of here. You're nothing. Oh, okay, you know what? I was recently rewatching my first video just for fun. I came back to this angle, and I saw the item on top of the fountain. And I was like, there's definitely an item there. I think it's the Ring of Sacrifice on the wooden awning behind the statue. I was looking at it from such an angle that it appeared to be on the statue. There's that mystery solved. What do you have to say? Illusion! Actually? No, okay. I did look at a whole list of illusory walls for the game, so I know that that is not one of them, but still. Praise the bright spot. Yeah, it's just a random bright spot here. No lighting whatsoever. Nothing to actually light it whatsoever. Just random bright spot. Before we head out, though, I do want to check out one thing. So these tree things, hitting them does nothing. I think I'll go over to this one. Yeah, hitting them doesn't do anything. You can't destroy them. But I'm pretty sure if you park yourself next to them and then you quit and reload. Yup, they break. So the reason why that happens is the way objects work is that certain attacks of yours, an object is said to have a certain amount of defense against, like, attacks that you do. So my attacks on this tree object aren't enough to break it. Thing is, your spawning animation, where you get up off the ground, which happens every time you reload the game, that is set to do a lot of object damage. And so it bypasses the defense and allows these objects to break. I don't know what's supposed to break them normally. I guess the big guy with the spear, but yes, if you quit the game and reload next to one of these things, you can destroy them. It's pretty funny. Okay, so I didn't equip it. Okay, so I bought the Flesh Sweat Pyromancy off of Cornix, just like use some of the souls I've gotten from going back through areas, and from what I hear, this is able to increase your fire damage absorption by, hopefully, quite a lot. I'd also like to change my armor to actually get fire damage absorption up as well. Okay, as it turns out, the full Pyromancer set? How long were you standing there? What? Oh, weak to deep. Dark, I mean. Anyway, the full Pyromancer set actually provides the best fire absorption of all of my armor, and if okay, Estus Ring might want to keep that on. If I switch this out for Flame Stone Plate, and then I equip this, let's see how much, if I activate Flesh Sweat, let's see how much damage I take from lava now. Alright, here we go. Okay, that is way more manageable. Holy. You still need to time your heals well, but wow, that is so much better. Yeah, I might even be able to get out. Okay, we have the White Hair Talisman now. Okay, so in post, I decided to add that bit of text that says, if there's a spell that helps, please let me know, but I ended up finding it out for myself. I'm glad that Flash Sweat exists for that reason. It's not the nicest sounding spell name, but that makes that so much better. I am mildly okay with that now. This is such a pyromancy themed area, it makes sense that they want you to try to use every single pyromancy to your advantage. I have to say, only being able to switch out spells at bonfires is kind of annoying. But I guess I understand it. You shouldn't be able to just change to an overpowered spell in the middle of a fight. Alright, so, little brief thing to mention that I forgot to last time. Back up in Anor Londo. Remember that we found Henri mysteriously dead in one of the chambers below. And that was because of a pilgrim that was inside the Church of Yorshka, disguised as a statue. That pilgrim is an assassin, and if you leave the Church of Yorshka without killing it, it will assassinate Henri, and they will be dead. If you kill the pilgrim, Henri will be alive and will be able to make it all the way up to Anor Londo. And there will be a summon sign, I think, outside Aldrich's arena that allows you to go in as a phantom and help help Henri defeat Aldrich. Not Aldrich defeat Henri. I think since you're being summoned for it, it doesn't count as killing Aldrich in your own game. Think of it as like when you're being summoned as a phantom, you're being taken from your own game and into someone else's game. Someone else can have a completely different set of bosses alive and whatnot. Your own game is made by your own decisions, so I don't think there are any NPC summons available for Aldrich as a result. Before we enter the details of multiplayer, I'm down here in the Crucifixion Woods because I think this is the best place to show what I want to show next. I want to actually give this Dragon Torso Stone a run to show off what it does. Of course, in order to do so, you gotta take off all your clothes. Well, not all of them, thankfully. I recommend if you're going to use it, keep it in the bottom slot here, because it has special abilities for using it again. Let's do it. May not be quite what you expected, huh? Seems like it gets a boost to against every single status effect. Oh, that's interesting. There can only be 4 status effect meters on screen at a time. But yes, you are unable to put on armor from this point on, and you are in this form forever until you die. I think you might also develop a weakness against lightning, since dragons are weak to lightning. But in this form, I don't know, you're a dragon, you look cool. Okay, now, here's what you can really do. Use the Dragon Torso Stone again. To do that, I think that buffs your attacks. And that's about it. Oh god, that guy's doing a stab attack. Okay, 192, 355. It just ran out, so let's see. Yes, you can buff your attack power with the Dragon Torso Stone. And a Dragon's Roar, yeah, it just buffs your attacks. It's not that exciting, but hey, at least the form looks kind of cool. Except for the fact that the sheath for the sword is floating off the edge of your hip because the game is expecting you to be wearing armor. With the power of a dragon, I fight the giant enemy crab! That fight was basically the same as it would have been without this form, so... Yeah, the Torso Stone as it is normally, not that exciting. I mean, someone probably likes this form. I'm not the biggest fan of it personally, but yeah. One downside to being in this form is you do not get damage absorption. Oh, look at that, yeah. Minus 15 absorption for lightning. Yeah, we have a much bigger weakness to lightning now. Which means the Black Knight over this way is going to give us a run for our money. I might actually go fight him. Ow. Okay, that's going to do, like, no damage to me because this is a early game area. Can't believe I got caught by that. I don't think I should have. Didn't feel like I should have. On top of the 0 absorption, though, our defense has also lowered. It used to be above 100, now it's... Of course it has to be that number. And that's because of something a little bit unique I'll go over in a bit after I possibly die to this Black Knight. Having any piece of armor on, at all, doesn't matter what it is, will increase your defense by 4 points. And on top of the absorption it gives you. Alright, to be honest, I might be able to do this guy without being hit, because he has very little health. Okay, he hasn't inflicted his sword with lightning, but it's there. I can't exactly demonstrate it right now, but yeah, having a piece of armor on, no matter what it is, increases your defense by 4 points. Because of that, it's usually recommended to wear 4 pieces of armor at all times. That's the reason why I've been wearing the Pyromancer crown a lot as my main choice of headgear. Because, number one, I like to see my character's hair and not be covered up in a helmet. I just tend to not like helmets in these games. And that shows my character's hair while giving me the 4 defense points I need. So, yeah. And yes, you get the 4 defense points from the Deprived's loincloth, and not the pair of pants that you wear without having any armor on by default. I love video game logic. This place is a little darker and moodier as well, which I haven't brought much attention to. Oh yeah, it is much darker over here. Cool, I like that. Let's see how I do against these 2 lightning-wielding Silver Knights. Alright, come on. Yep. I might get hit by the lightning on purpose, even if I don't attack. I shouldn't have used the Torso Stone then. Let's use it now. Oh god, okay. What? How? Was I doing this much damage to it before? I don't think I was using the Irritable Straightsword here. Then let's switch. Oh god, okay. That's not that much more damage, honestly. Okay, maybe with that it will be. Alright, sir, with the sword, do you have an item? You sure do. Silver Knight Helm, cool. The proof of a Concord kept I got off of one of these guys last time is actually a really rare drop. Oh dear, okay, you have the strength. That's not what I meant, hold on. I mean, it'll be useful and all, but still. What? I was not doing this much damage to you last time. Okay, yeah, that's about right. That's about what I expected. That's the weakness of lightning for you. Also, these guys are, like, known for slaying the dragons, so it makes sense they're doing much more damage against me. I like that. The lore in the universe extends to stats of enemies and stuff. Everything is very carefully thought out, and I like that a lot. This guy here is exactly the same, by the way. Not gonna heal against this guy. Let's see how much longer I survive. Can I beat him? Okay. Can I beat him? No. I like how these guys never parry you. That's really nice. Alright, with that all covered, I'd say now it is finally time to go deep into multiplayer. You've gotten a pretty good idea of what multiplayer in this game is like in this video. I mean, the invasion at the start kinda tells you how invasions tend to work, but to go into a little more detail. I've already mentioned how the boss in the area you're currently in must be alive in order to access the active multiplayer stuff like, you know, summoning phantoms for co-op or being invaded. You also must be embered to have those things. Passive multiplayer stuff like messages and bloodstains, which I've been teleporting all over the world, so they've had a hard time loading in, will appear no matter what. They'll appear embered or not, boss alive or boss dead. It is worth noting, you must be in ember form in order to either be invaded or to summon a co-op phantom, but you do not need to be embered to place your summon sign and be summoned into someone else's game. The co-op side of things is fueled by those types of players that place their summon signs down around a boss in order to help someone else out. If you wish to do that, you must make use of the white sign soapstone, which is sold by the Shrine Handmaid. You can use it pretty much anywhere you want, but try to place the sign somewhere someone can see it. It'll then be sent out to random other players. You don't know who it's gonna reach, and then those players, if they are embered, and the boss is alive in their own game, they can choose to summon you. Once summoned, your objective is to help them beat the boss of whatever area. I think for areas like this, it might be a little strange. I know for a fact that Road of Sacrifices is technically counted as fair and keep, so I think both Abyss Watchers and Crystal Sage need to be dead in order for multiplayer to be turned off in that area. For active multiplayer, at least. And then for here, there's obviously Vort and the Dancer. Something I might try to do real quick is actually place my sign down. Maybe help someone with the Dancer of the Boreal Valley. Oh, I can't use it. Sorry about that. As it turns out, when I quit and reloaded earlier, I wasn't actually online anymore because the launch option is set to play offline by default. I didn't notice that. Okay, so we're back in it. I think that'll be fun. I'll try that. Being summoned to help someone else is just a matter of placing your sign and waiting. I don't believe it costs anything. This is the soapstone is an unlimited use item, and you do not need to be in ember form to use it. In fact, if you successfully defeat the boss with the host, you will gain a free ember form. If you're already in ember form, you get the ember consumable item instead. While summoned as a phantom, though, your ember form is temporarily disabled and you'll have your regular maximum health. In addition to your Estus Flask being halved, here we go! Someone's summoning me! Awesome! Hello?
Hello.
Alright, we doing this? We going to fight Dancer? Yeah, we are! Hell yeah! Okay, the host needs to enter before the boss can actually start. Okay. I have never done this before, so excuse me if I'm breaking some unwritten rules. As mentioned earlier in the series, the boss in question will have its health increased. So yeah, we're dealing less damage to it in general. Oh god, oh god. Oh god. I don't have that many Estus Flasks. I should have probably... Whoa! Okay, okay, okay. Gonna pause my explanation for now. We'll see how this turns out. Okay, okay. This is actually good. I want to be able to fight Dancer a little more, get used to her attacks a little more. Okay, yo. Alright. I hope I don't get hit by some insanely powerful attack after this. Alright, who are you going for in second phase? Oh, no one. Cool. I'll take it. Oh no, 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 buddy, stay alive. I can't believe those attacks missed me, honestly. Oh god, what are you doing? AoE, okay, stay out of that. Oh, we so got this, I think. I think. This is Dancer, though. She does a lot of damage. Oh god, she's doing this attack again. No! Good, 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 good. Heal, heal, heal. Okay, watch out. What? Okay, good. No, 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 no. I cannot die to this guy. This guy needs help. I must give it. No. Okay. Yes! Awesome! Let's see. Where's, I applaud that. Critical battle over, returning to your world. So, yep, that's the end of it. That was really fun. I'm super glad I did that. It feels good to help someone else out. I believe if you die as the invader to someone else's world, you drop your souls, so you have to go back and pick them up. It's kind of a punishment in regards to that. Try help me. Help me ahead. If only I had an ally. These guys are asking for friends. It's worth noting that this game does have a matchmaking system, where you are going to be trying to be paired with players around your level. The level range of players that you can be paired with is dependent on your current level, and there's a bunch of formulas that decide the upper and lower limits. In addition to this, your current weapon's upgrade is also taken into account, where you can only be paired with players whose highest weapon upgrade is similar to yours. And by highest weapon upgrade, I mean, like, if you send any weapon to, say, +6, that is stored as your highest weapon upgrade, even if you get rid of the weapon. You sell it, you throw it away, whatever. The maximum player count in a host's game is 4, including the hosts themselves, although you can increase that using the dry finger right here, which can increase the number of co-op phantoms, but also increase the number of invaders while you're at it. So if you're seeing this co-op feature and are thinking, man, I'd love to play this with my friends, and I want to know how I can be able to do that and not connect with all the other randoms online, there's an option for that. Oh, back over in network settings, there's a password. Here you can type in any password, and if your friends have the same password typed in on their settings menus, you can connect to each other. Having a password enabled will stop all forms of matchmaking. You can connect to each other no matter what. Although, if your character is, say, extremely powerful and leveled, and your friend's character isn't, your character will be scaled down to their level when you enter their world. I believe for invaders, the level ranges at which of the players who can invade you are kind of, the game tries to make players that are lower level than you invade you. I'm not sure if that's how Dark Souls 3 works, that's how past games work, though. Oh, and also, if you are in the Way of Blue Covenant, you'll obviously summon Blue Sentinels and Blades of the Dark Moon if you're being invaded. There are higher level ranges for that, for summoning those guys in, and the game will look for them automatically. Interestingly enough, the areas that have territorial covenants, like the Watchdogs of Farron or the Aldrich Faithful, increase the number of invaders and decrease the number of co-op phantoms you can have in your game. So you're more likely to be invaded around those spots, if you're playing online, that is. If you don't want to deal with any of this, but you still want to play online for the messages, you don't want to deal with co-ops, you don't want to deal with invaders, then you can always stay unembered. That will prevent you from being invaded, and also prevent you from seeing anyone's summon sign. Then there's also the red sign soapstone. That's basically just allowing you to summon an invader into your world on purpose. I don't know if those summon signs are visible in areas with a boss dead. I know that Dark Souls Remastered, Dark Souls 1 Remastered does that, because Dark Souls Remastered actually came out after Dark Souls 3. You may remember, way back at the beginning of the game, there were 3 tools you started with by default. One of them was the Dark Sign, the Black Separation Crystal, and the Way of White Circlet. The Black Separation Crystal is basically a disconnect button, or a kick button. If you have a co-op phantom in your world, you can use this, yes, awesome, to send them away. If you are the phantom, you can use this to disconnect from the world yourself. I think this might give you a bit of penalty, though, and that's where the Way of White Circlet comes in. You can... Hi. You can use the Way of White Circlet. They're already in the fight. Hang on, guys. Wait for me. To basically remove the penalty, I think you might be, like, soft banned if you disconnect from players too many times. And you can use the Way of White Circlet to remove that soft ban. That's... I forgot about that attack. So did they. Okay, I'm doing much worse this time. We might be able to see what happens if you die. I don't think you lose your souls if the encounters with Cirrus are anything to go by. Zimby, what are you doing? I'm really bad at dodging that attack. I'm so glad she didn't hit me a second time there. Let's go. Nope. Oh my god, I'm doing so much worse this time. I need more concentration. No, Zimby! Zimby's dead! I think we might be kicked out. Yep, okay, we're kicked out. What a shame. So anyway, you can only have one Way of White Circlet at a time. And if you use yours, if you play in online mode, I'm pretty sure online mode, for like a few hours, like 10 hours, you can find another Way of White Circlet all the way back in the Cemetery of Ash at the spot where you start the game. Your grave there. I think it's supposed to be your grave anyway. One final thing to note is that the Seed of a Giant Tree actually only works for 45 seconds when you use it, and then the enemies stop paying attention to the invading phantoms. So that's fun. If you're an invader, it's best to keep invading in later and later game areas as you level up, because that's how the level ranges and the matchmaking is going to work. It's gonna make you do that. So I'm going to place my summon sign one more time, and we'll see what if I die in this next round or what. And then after that, I'm going to go over the covenants in more detail, and that'll be the end of the video. Alright, I'm being summoned. Let's give this a go. This is a way you can refight bosses you've already beaten as well. I really wish they allows you to refight whatever boss you wanted. Hey, it's you again! Alright, let's go. What? What was that? What? Okay. If you haven't noticed, there is a little bit of jank in Dark Souls 3. Just want to insert this real quick. If you play online and someone else that you either summon or someone who invades you drops you an item, don't pick it up. It could be a hacked item that'll flag your account and get you banned. If you do get banned, you should be able to play the game in offline mode still. Guys, get out of there, get out of there. No, Benjamin, no. Okay, cool. Jump attacks seem to work well after that. No. Healing just in case. This is the dancer. She's got a lot of powerful attacks. Ah, crap. I really want to... No! Oh, damn it. That's my last flask. Alright, it's all or nothing. Let's go! Whoa, whoa, whoa. Yes, we did it! Hey! I'll give you a round of applause. Honestly, I'm gonna throw down a thank you. Thank you for providing me content. Man, that was so fun. I'm really glad I did that. But at the same time, like, I'm not the hugest fan of these online features, because to me they kind of take away the immersion of the game. I understand they are really fun. Like, helping someone defeat a boss is super fun. And that invasion fight was pretty fun, but do I really want to do that? Not really. I think I'd rather just play the game on my own where it's nothing but me and the world. That's just what I prefer. Couple final notes about multiplayer I want to make. You've been noticing I've been getting souls. I believe the amount of souls you get from helping someone defeat a boss is like the boss's souls, but 25% less. With the invader, as an invader, it depends on how leveled the host is. Also, in PvP, there's interesting moments where latency can be such that if you get hit by an attack, it can inflict status effects, it can do some whatever other effects the weapon has on whoever they hit. Basically everything except the actual damage to your health and the knockback from it that you receive from it. Latency can be weird in Dark Souls 3 Online. So be wary of that if you're going in to play it. Now it is time to go over all the covenants in more detail. The Way of Blue is not really the same as the others because there's no items or altar for it. It's simply something you can equip if you want Blades of the Dark Moon to help you with an invader, as you saw earlier. The Warriors of Sunlight are a co-op-based covenant. Their altar is located in an area that we actually haven't seen yet. If you are a Warrior of Sunlight and you help someone defeat a boss, I could have demonstrated this before, I'm not sure why I didn't, you will earn a Sunlight medal that can be turned into that altar. We'll get more into the altars in a bit. The Blue Sentinels, or Blades of the Dark Moon, the only difference is the label of the name and the icon in the corner, are automatically summoned to help someone fight off an invader. If you put one of these on, you are viable to be automatically summoned, I believe, even if you aren't Ember. So if you're playing online, think twice before putting them on. You might be just forced out of your current area to go help someone. For helping them defeat the invader, they and the host, I believe, the host also tends to get all of these other items, get the Proofs of the Concord Kept, which can be turned into Yorshka. Visions of losing sanity. The Proofs of the Concord Kept are hard to get outside of online. And probably even inside of online, because killing an invader isn't easy. When you offer the Covenant item to the Covenant altar, whatever it might be, you can give them a certain amount of said item. What this does is that after giving them 10 Covenant items, you get a reward. Giving them 20 more gives you another reward. The Warriors of Sunlight will get Sacred Oath, which I believe is a miracle, by turning in 10 items, 10 Sunlight medals, and will get Great Lightning Spear. That might actually be the miracle at 30. I might not know exactly what these items do. I'll put their descriptions on screen. Blue Sentinels, or Blades of the Dark Moon, will get the Dark Moon Ring at 10 items, and the Dark Moon Blade at 30 Proofs of Concord Kept given.
Off so soon,
Rosaria's Fingers is the invasion-based covenant. Even if you aren't affiliated with the covenant, you will get Pale Tongues as an invader for killing the host, unless you're affiliated with Mound Makers or one of the territorial covenants, Watchdogs of Farron or Aldrich Faithful. We'll go over those later. For turning in 10 Pale Tongues without spending them on allocating attributes or altering appearance, you get the Obscuring Ring, which I believe makes you invisible from a far distance, at 10 Pale Tongues, and the Mangrub's Staff at 30 Pale Tongues. The Mangrubs are those weird slug things we've been seeing out there. Oh. Alright, once you help Cirrus kill Hodrick, his armor set is down here, the Sunset Helm. Let's read about it. Helm of Hodrick, Holy Knight of the Sunless Realms. The Sunless Realms it's never revealed what the Sunless Realms exactly are. This sorry fool was known to wander the battlefield as a crazed ghoul, lashing out at friend and foe alike. The Mound Makers are an invasion-based covenant with a special twist. And that is that you can also place down a summon sign with the white sign soapstone. If you are summoned by another player in this way, your goal is still to kill the host. And by the way, if the host enters a boss room, you're sent away as an invader, and this includes Mound Makers. If you are summoned by a summon sign, the enemies in the invaders' worlds can hurt you. If you manage to kill the host, you get a Vertebra Shackle instead of a Pale Tongue. By turning in 10, you get Bloodlust, which is a katana. Turning in 30, you get Warmth. which I believe is a pyromancy. I could be wrong. The Watchdogs of Farron are the first territorial covenant, where they are automatically summoned to invade any player that is currently going through either Road of Sacrifices or Farron Keep, with their boss alive, of course. At my current level, I don't know if I'd actually find anyone in this covenant, although, actually, before I continue, it's good to know, once you beat this game, you can go through again on New Game Plus, where all the bosses revive, your world progress is reset, but you keep the same items. We'll get more into that much, much later. New Game Plus is not exclusive for online. You are able to connect to other New Game Plus players when you're being summoned or being invaded or whatever. So you might be able to target someone in New Game Plus by invading an old area. Anyway, if they successfully defeat the Trespasser in Farron Keep, you get Wolf's Blood Swordgrass. Turn in 10, you get Old Wolf Curved Sword. Turn in 30, you get both Wolf Knight's Great Shield and the Wolf Ring. The Aldrich Faithful are the Watchdogs of Farron, except they invade around this area of Irithyll, the back area behind Pontiff Sullivan, which, by the way, is actually a really popular PvP spot, apparently. I mean, it's wide open and flat, gives you a good arena, and it's a territorial Covenant area, so I guess Covenant territory would be a better word. Once again, you're automatically summoned for this if you're a part of the Covenant, so be sure to avoid it if you don't want to be automatically summoned away from what you're doing. For successfully defeating the Trespasser, you get Human Drex. Turn in 10, you get Great Deep Soul. Turn in 30, you get Archdeacon's Great Staff. There are also achievements given for managing to reach the highest rank in all of these covenants. Believe that is every covenant that we have so far? Yep, it sure is. It is possible to find the covenant items offline and to level up the covenants enough to obtain those items. It is possible to do this offline, only instead of interacting with the online features and going in and doing your covenant service to get those items, you'll have to get them as rare drops from enemies. Right off the top of my head, I believe Dark Wraiths in Farron Keep have a rare chance of dropping Pale Tongues. The Silver Knights outside Anor Londo can drop Proofs of Concord Kept. Wolf's Blood Swordgrass can be dropped off of the Grooves in Farron Keep. Vertebra Shackles can be found off of various skeletons in the Catacombs of Karthus. I think it says Swordsman skeleton, so it's probably the crazy ones, not the regular skeletons. And the rest of the items are in areas we haven't seen yet. I'll be sure to mention them as we get there. And that is all I wanted to show. We've already done our duties in Firelink Shrine, but I do have 50,000 souls to level up. I think this makes up for some of the souls I lost. Let's get me to 30 Vigor. And that's all I can... Oh, wow, leveling up is getting so expensive. I'm so close to another level up, though. I'm gonna use one more. I get a point in Endurance, 30 and 25. Very, very nice. What does this message have to say? Oh, my God. All right. That'll be it for this episode of Dark Souls 3. The actual full recording time turned out to be way longer than I expected. I've been going after this for 2.5 hours, but so much of this video is going to be cut out that this might be one of the shortest, if not the shortest so far. Hope it was enjoyable. Hope going online for a brief bit added a fun little twist. I actually did forget to mention, if you do switch to one of the auto-summoning covenants and you are able to be summoned, the covenant icon in the top corner will blink white. If the game is, to indicate that the game is looking for somewhere to be summoned to. This is the last time I'm gonna play online. Every episode from this point on is gonna be played offline. Though I have to say, it was pretty fun, and I might do it on my own occasionally in the future. I do still prefer playing offline, just for immersion's sake. Love required ahead. I have no idea what that means, just curious to read the messages. Anyway. We killed Oceiros, first try. We helped 2 different people kill the Dancer of the Boreal Valley. We got invaded in the first, 5 minutes of the video. And I went over a bunch of minuscule stuff that I wouldn't have been able to do so otherwise. I'm glad I added all that stuff in because, honestly, the Consumed King's Garden is not a very interesting area, so... Next time on Dark Souls 3, we return to our roots. Thank you all for watching, if you did watch, and as always, I will see you all in the future.